You know that feeling when something finally works out and for a moment it's almost unreal? You get the message, the offer, the recognition, the number in your bank account, the applause, and there's a brief rush, a quiet, private, I did it. And then almost as quickly, it fades. Your mind moves on to the next target, the next improvement, the next thing that isn't done yet. Other people seem to sit inside their wins. They celebrate, they savor, they relive the moment. But you're already scanning the horizon as if standing still for too long would be dangerous. Most people don't understand this. They might call you driven or restless or impossible to satisfy. Some might even suggest you're ungrateful. But this isn't ingratitude, it's a pattern. And the people who can't enjoy success for long aren't lacking something. There's more going on here than most people realize. Psychologists sometimes talk about something called hedonic adaptation, the brain's tendency to return to baseline after positive or negative events. We all do it to some extent. The nervous system is built to normalize what once felt extraordinary. But for some people, that return to baseline happens faster. The dopamine spike from achievement drops quickly. The brain recalibrates. What was once exciting becomes the new normal almost immediately. From a neuroscience perspective, this isn't a personality flaw, it's efficiency. Your brain is designed to conserve energy and focus on what's unresolved. Once a goal is achieved, it no longer requires attention. The system shifts to what still feels uncertain. In behavioral science, this is closely tied to anticipatory reward. The idea that the pursuit often activates the brain's reward circuits more than the attainment itself. The chase can feel alive. The having feels quieter. But science alone doesn't explain why some people experience this more intensely. Often it's rooted in experience. If you grew up in an environment where stability wasn't guaranteed, your nervous system may have learned that safety is temporary. Achievements didn't equal security. Praise didn't always last. Good moments were sometimes followed by unpredictability. So your system adapted. Instead of relaxing into success, it learned to stay alert, to prepare, to anticipate what could shift next. For some, love and approval were conditional, tied to performance. Success wasn't something to rest in. It was something to maintain, to defend, to repeat. Over time, the body learns this rhythm. Accomplish, assess, move on. It becomes less about celebration and more about survival. And it's important to say this clearly. This way of being is not better or worse than any other. Some people are wired to savor. Others are wired to scan. Neither is superior. That different nervous system strategies shaped by different histories. The world tends to praise the driven. It also romanticizes the content. But human wiring is more complex than cultural slogans. Here's the part that often goes unnoticed. Inability to enjoy success for long isn't just about dissatisfaction. It's often about responsibility. People like this tend to carry a quiet sense that it's never fully done. That there's always more to secure, more to build, more to stabilize. Success feels less like a finish line and more like a checkpoint. There's a paradox here. The same mechanism that prevents you from fully sinking into satisfaction may be the one that helped you build the success in the first place. Your sensitivity to what's missing sharpens your perception. Your discomfort with stagnation fuels growth. Your quick recalibration keeps you adaptive. But there's a cost. When the nervous system stays in forward motion for too long, it forgets how to register arrival. The body doesn't quite recognize safety, even when it's present. So you might find yourself achieving things you once dreamed of and feeling strangely unchanged. Not because they don't matter, but because your system is still preparing. And none of this means you're broken. It means your brain learned to equate movement with protection. It means satisfaction was never modeled as something safe to linger in. It means your system is efficient, maybe too efficient, at normalizing progress. Sometimes just understanding that can shift something. Not in a dramatic way, not in a motivational, life-changing way, but in a quieter way. The next time a win fades quickly, instead of questioning your character, you might simply notice the pattern. You might recognize the familiar pull forward. You might see it not as emptiness, but as momentum shaped by history. And maybe in that recognition is a small pause. Not forced gratitude, not artificial celebration, just awareness. There are other patterns like this, subtle ways your mind protects you that don't look like protection at first glance. If this felt familiar, there's more beneath it.